Hello there, my crafty friends. It is Candy here from sweetstamper.com, and it is time for some Thursday night stamping. So each week, unless I'm traveling, I am here on Thursday nights to do some stamping with you. I'm typically here at 7 o'clock. Ran a little late tonight, but that is okay. And usually once a month I do a paper pumpkin focus, and tonight is the night. And we are going to talk about this month's kit, and we're going to talk about alternatives because, you know, your paper pumpkin kit is just a starting point for so much creative fun. So I'm going to give it just a couple of minutes to see who is jumping on with me. And I'm in the right spot because I think I already see people jumping in, and that is great news that I'm not here alone. Hello there, Crystal and Corinne and Jolene. So Crystal is in Texas, Corinne is in Texas, and Jolene is in Minnesota. So we have the North and the South represented here. Well, at least geographically. Okay, well, this is a super fun kit this month. Love, love, love the very soft, pretty flowers and lots of things that are popping up. And this month, they're all fun fold cards. So they're already pre-scored so that you can just do like so. Now, one thing that you can do, and let's see, I've got my elements over here, something I started and did not get to finish. So one of the things I like to do is to do one of each of the cards as they are designed, and there is a video that goes with these from Stampin' Up! Every month, which I find helpful. Sometimes you're not quite sure, even though you might be a seasoned card maker. Everybody on here with me tonight is a seasoned card maker. Sometimes it's not quite as obvious as you want it to be. I will say these little die cuts, they are super, super thin. So this is the way the flowers come on a sheet like this. And then here we go. These are actually a sticker sheet. And sticker sheets are great, but you'll notice that these letters are quite fine. So when you're pulling it up, if you're not careful, it will separate. So just be mindful, take it slow, take your pick tool, and I find it easiest if you just bend it. If you just bend it, then it will come right up. So that is the originals. Now, let me show you something I started to do but didn't get to finish. So you can take these card bases, and where it has this little crease, I just cut it and made that into 2 panels or 2 pieces. So I like to a lot of times cut these up and use the card bases like layers. So I was just kind of playing around with this and then, ran out of time. But I will tell you that each quarter with your paper pumpkin kit, if you're a paper pumpkin subscriber, you have access to what is called the add-ons, and they run one every quarter. Now, these dies, you have to be a paper pumpkin subscriber to access them. They're only $13. And I really like the ones this time. Now, these are to coordinate with the kits for 3 different months. And I will say, in the past, they used to run these, and they would sometimes stay in the online store for months and months, sometimes a year. Yeah, they're flying off the shelves now. I don't know if it's because we now have an international market for paper pumpkin. It's in all of our markets. I don't know if they've just become really popular. I don't know. But I have noticed that they are going quickly. So if you like them, and they're really designed to use with 3 months worth of paper pumpkin kits. Having said that, I mean, these are useful for any time. This leaf I really like, this little set of flowers, it cuts them all. And then of course you have your middles. And then these, I like this because it cuts them at the same time. So that is the detailed Flora dies, and that's kind of where I was going, and then ran out of time, but I will come back to that. Now, let's talk. So there's alternatives you can make by cutting up the pieces, using the flowers in different ways. And for me, I oftentimes want to go in a different direction with the colors, because you're given, in this month, you got a Timid Tiger orange ink spot. I personally really like Timid Tiger. It's a very clear orange. I love oranges in general, but this is very clear. It reminds me of orange sherbet, and it is an in color that we have through next April. So we will have, by that time, we will have had it for 2 years. Okay, so what I did was I went in a totally different direction with the stamp. So I like to make alternatives using the stamp set. I mean, let's be honest, once all these cards are made, what do you have left? Well, you have an amazing stamp set. Now mine, I've been working with it quite a bit. It's just on a clear envelope at the moment because I didn't want to have to put it on that little square window sheet that you get with it, because I was using it a fair bit. So these, you used a little bit, and that's typically the way it is with paper pumpkin. So, you know, you used this little grid mark, and you used some of the greetings, but there's this, so you've got birthday wishes, hugs and wishes, it's your day, these cute little flowers and leaves, and a big, big hooray. So, hey Kimmy, I'm so glad you're here. This was my first alternative. And I just went to my handy dandy color coach that Stampin' Up! Provides, and they paired Timid Tiger with Berry Burst and Pretty Peacock. And I thought, well, that's nice because that's kind of heading into fall. I know that it's only the end of July. We have another full month of tactical summer, and here in South Central Texas, we have another, a lot more summer than that. But I'm already kind of leaning into fall. I've been saying that for 2 weeks. So these colors to me kind of lean into fall, but they're really kind of year round. I really like this little grid, and I really like stamping on designer paper. So this is designer series paper that is from the spring release of, no, I messed that up, of online exclusives. I think these came out in like March, and we had a lot of papers, and this is garden poetry. So the back side of all the garden poetry papers is these kind of watercolor washes, and it included, part of the suite, I should say, was these textured foil sheets, which are really fun to use. And then these are the flowers, of course, from the Velvet Meadow. Now, I was looking to see if okay. So then I went and did a masculine version. And I will say, I ran this at my Saturday card class. I had a lot of positive feedback, because if you have boys, this is a great, or big boys, the men in our lives, this is kind of a great camo card. And this is the earthen toned sheets that I have been using the heck out of, because I absolutely adore it. I've been using it a lot for, let me see if I can grab quickly. I've been using it for holiday stuff because I think it makes such gorgeous cards. Here we go. So this is a card class I'm getting in the mail. So this is what that looks like. This is part of the poinsettia bundle, but I just love the way it looks. Here I just used it plain, but I used it as a little bit of shine. Now these are retired. I had several different, these were from last fall. I had several different embellishments out. My Saturday card class, you know, I put a lot of different things out, and people get to pick and choose what they want to use. So that is my guy's card. Now I think I didn't do anything on the inside of, yeah. So there again, I really like that little almost like a hashtag. Now, in addition to making some fun, oh, my camera's kind of listing. In addition to making some alternatives this way and this way, where you're cutting up your card bases, I started doing something earlier this year, and now I've teamed up with Karina Chin, and we're doing something called Paper Pumpkin Plus. So we are basically making a little class using some designer paper and, again, this fabulous little stamp set that you got. You already have the stamps. So this month we are using this adorable Cute as a Bug paper, and I'll tell you why. Again, I am leaning into fall. This, to me, when it came out in the early spring, I was like, yeah, those colors, to me, this is more fall because it's very muted. And so I've been waiting to use this. I didn't jump on the bandwagon early. I was a slow adapter on this. Of course, it has Petal Pink, which is my absolute all-time favorite Stampin' Up! Color. Has these cute little daisies. They would go in, now or fall. And also, what I love about this paper is if you didn't want to get the stamp set, you can fussy cut these. My grandkids, these are perfect for projects for my grandkids. And then you also have this cute little gingham check, kind of a picnic gingham. And then this really reminds me of fall, these quilts. And I think there's 2 different quilts, maybe. And then you've got all these nice backgrounds. So with our, and I say our, so Karina is designing 2 projects and I'm designing 2 projects each month. And then we send you the card kits and the PDF tutorials and a half a pack of the paper and the Moody palette dots, if I can locate them. So let me, do I have the Moody palette dots? They're somewhere. So this is one of my projects, and I'm using, this is one of the new embossing folders that's coming out in September. But when we do these card kits for you, all of that is done for you. So that was one of my designs. And then we also do a fun fold each. So that one's mine. And then this is one of Karina's that's just so cute with that petal pink. The fun fold I'm still working on, so I ran out of time. But anyway, you get the 4 card kits. You get so it's 2, 2 fun folds, 2 regular cards, and then have a pack of paper and the dots, and it's mailed to you, and the tutorials. We've already done the tutorials. We're doing them in Canva, and I have to say they look really, really gorgeous. So we call it Paper Pumpkin Plus, and it's kind of a quick turnaround because, by the time we get our kits and get to design it, it takes a little bit of time. And but I like the fact that Karina is in Canada, so her people can purchase in Canada, and my people can purchase here in the U.S. And I've actually, so it's on my blog right now at sweetstamper.com. There's my little thing. There we go. And so if you are in the Canadian market, I have Karina's link there. So you can get Paper Pumpkin Plus in Canada or in the U.S. Now, we are also selling just the PDF tutorial. So when you go to register for this, you can get just the tutorials, or you can get the kit shipped to you, first class mail. And one of the reasons we did this was, number one, we love Paper Pumpkin. We think that the stamp set is a little bit underutilized because typically with Paper Pumpkin, you get a lot of stamps and you're only going to use a few of them in your Paper Pumpkin projects for that month. So we feel like, you have a stamp set that you're getting every month. Let's, hey, Margaret, I'm glad you're here. Let's inspire people to use the stamp set. Let's see what we can do with that stamp set instead of just filing it away because you've already done, these projects that are part of your kit. I love the ones that are part of the kit. However, I typically don't do all 9 of them the same way because I like variety and I like to push my own creativity. But then once those consumables are used, I still have a really nice stamp set. So that is what we're doing. We're doing this as a monthly thing. Like I said, I started it earlier in the year. And I think the first one I did by myself last month, Karina and I started our design collaboration, and it's working out very, very nicely. So that is Paper Pumpkin Plus. You can look for it every month. And I think, let me see if I can pull something together here really quick. I don't think I am going to try to do that. I'm going to love you and leave you with that. So Paper Pumpkin Alternatives, Paper Pumpkin Plus, alternatives, and let's use that stamp set and find ways to get more for your Paper Pumpkin investment. I don't want to just file things away. And just to reiterate as well, when you get the Paper Pumpkin Plus kit, it has all of these die cuts done for you, all the scoring and everything done for you, and then you can you cut your designer paper and pop it in. And of course you have to stamp, but if you're a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you will have the colors that we're using. And I will say I oftentimes save, I don't think my little stamp and spot. Oh, here's the Moody palette dots you get with your kit. So there's Secret Sea, there's Old Olive, there's Cloud Cover, and there's White. I will say that, where was I going? Something about, I've just lost my train of thought. Yeah, I've just lost my train of thought. Part of this is because I've got 2 classes I'm trying to get in the mail, and that's why I was delayed tonight as well. My Lily of the Valley Stamp Camp is going out, and I've already printed the labels, and then I'm also working on some customer appreciation and welcome to the team. And yeah, there's a lot that I've got to get out in the mail. And I've got a super busy day tomorrow. My husband took me to lunch today, which I'm very grateful for. But we have dinner guests tomorrow night, and some of our lay leaders from the church are coming over, and we're doing some planning over dinner. And then I've got Whatnot after that. So we're doing a late Whatnot at 8 o'clock, and that is my place where I do my destashing sales. And then Saturday I have an all day, single day retreat. So yeah, the next 2 days are packed, and I'm trying to just get everything done. In the meantime, I am very happy that I got to kind of break away from all of the busyness and just kind of chat with you guys, talk about Paper Pumpkin, and hopefully inspire you to use your Paper Pumpkin kit and go beyond just the kit. Don't forget that you can purchase this at sweetstamper.com, either the tutorials or the kits. And don't forget on your next order to place these detailed flora dies. You're going to want to have them. This stitched circle is fabulous. And you know what? Let me see if I can find it really quick. Let's see. I'm actually doing a bunch of tidying up in my studio because it's gotten so bad. So I was going to show you another. Oh, here, this one does have the dies. So this was, thank you, Corinne. This was part of the Paper Pumpkin Plus for last month. And this was the bicycle one and had cute stamps. So this one, you got a half a pack of this paper and then these berries and dots embellishments. But there's that leaf that I really like. So this was my fun fold. And then this was my card. And of course, again, this was Paper Pumpkin Plus for last month, my 2 projects. And then we had Karina's projects. So I think it's a fun collaboration. I think it's really designed to bring value to you and also bring you ideas that will help you get more out of Paper Pumpkin. That is it for tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you next Thursday for Thursday night stamping. And in the meantime, take care and God bless.